Good times, pandemics, social unrest, and now pending Armageddon. What the hell is the person to do? Hey, welcome back to Guardrail Defense. I'm Rob. All right, so lately, the last couple of years, we've had pandemics, we had social unrest, and now, for God's sakes, we've got pending Armageddon with a situation in Ukraine. So, you know, it can feel like the world is getting out of control. But I would contend that there's no point in worrying about any of that stuff. What you need to worry about is what you can control. And what you can control and influence is yourself, your mindset, and you know, your family. You can influence those who are closest to you. So if I were to kind of break down the things that I would recommend being focused on these days, one, firearms, right? Need to practice with your firearm, and if it's new to you, find a good instructor, learn how to do dry fire, get out to the range, be comfortable with your weapon. You can learn how to do concealed carry. You can then keep your weapons at home. You have concealment devices. There's lots of things you can do to feel protected in your home. Concealed carry, firearms. Second, get used to fighting with a weapon. In this case, it could be blades, could be with improvised weapons. Since the first ape hit another ape with a bone, they realized that having something in the hand can effect a more powerful outcome than just having a hand alone. And so get used with the idea of practicing with bladed weapons, with improvised weapons. Pretty simple stuff, actually, just like an ape hitting another ape with a bone. Your hands. In lieu of everything else, when you don't have that bone to hit the other ape with, you got to use your hands. And so learning a martial art, I think, is a very important thing to do. I would suggest Injury Dynamics in San Diego, California would be my first choice. After that, Krav Maga. And then, depending on the instructor, you might find a good Wing Chun instructor, or frankly, MMA or anything else, anything that makes sense to you, because we all have, for me, for example, grappling is not a thing that I enjoy, but I do enjoy whacking things. So Wing Chun Injury Dynamics works out pretty well. Find something where you can learn to use your hands when you have nothing else. All right, what else can we affect in our immediate sphere? Well, in our home, we can do things like put up cameras. I'm a big advocate of Ring camera. Sensors. You can put door sensors and window sensors. Anybody opens, the alarm goes off. Motion detection lights outside of the house. Fantastic idea. Locks. Haven Lock sells a lock that comes up from the floor. Super strong. Somebody could kick all day and not be able to kick your door in if you have a Haven Lock. Have a drill for your family on what would you do in the event of a home invasion during the daytime, during nighttime. Do you have a safe haven? Do you have a place where everybody can run away to and hunker down and get a weapon and call 911? I like to use a code word with the kids. When they hear that code word, no matter what the circumstance, they know to go up to that safe haven. All right, so have those drills. Sometimes a few minutes of forethought can make all the difference when it comes down to crunch time. Okay, first aid. Every kid should know how to stop a bleed, apply a tourniquet, help somebody who's choking, Heimlich maneuver, do a splint, basic stuff. Power. So when the power goes out, generators. And we're going to be approaching hurricane season before too long. And I bought a generator a few years ago, and I've never regretted it ever since. It was an expensive purchase. But every time the power goes out, and there's been times where hurricanes or tornadoes have torn through Virginia, and power has been down for a couple of days or longer. Thank goodness I have that generator. I'm very happy about it. Food. You know, if you're a hunter, or if you're not a hunter, maybe learning how to hunt is a good thing. Go find a friend who can show you how to do it. If not, there's always things like hardtack. We homeschool here, so doing a Civil War project and learning how Civil War soldiers ate hardtack and then making it ourselves, made out of flour and water essentially. A little bit of salt, works really well. Exercise. I mean, at the end of the day, you need to be in a certain amount of physical, have a certain amount of physical ability, and as we get older, you lose that ability. So by all means, exercise, whether that's a Peloton or putting on going rucking like my good pal Roddy, who is a walking medical miracle, but that guy can walk like a mountain goat to the ends of the earth. Rucking is a great way to go. Walking, Peloton, running, whatever it is, weights, whatever. My wife is a Zumba instructor. Whatever makes you happy, go for it. Find something that you like and you can engage in several times a week. Situational awareness. So when you're out and about, pay attention to your surroundings. Something makes you uncomfortable, listen to your instincts. Go ahead and profile. Profiling is, after all, what our ancestors have done, which has brought us to this point in evolution here. Pay attention to your instincts. Now, don't become utterly paranoid and need counseling because you think everybody's out to get you. But do pay attention to your surroundings. And the absolute best thing is get a pet. And these creatures are wonderful, wonderful creatures indeed. And for your mental health, one of these will do you well. Am I right? So I spend all day today doing my taxes. With my luck, Armageddon will strike after I've paid back the government all the money I owe them. But the point I want to make to you is you can't worry about that stuff. Worry about what you can control, about the change that you can affect. And that starts with your mindset, a positive attitude, taking care of your family, and taking care of yourself. Hey, and maybe an occasional glass of wine. Cheers.